Hey guys, welcome back to another episode here at Lex Talk. In this video, I want to discuss a method to continue a character's adventure after their initial death. And this is actually a bridge between group play and solo play outside of the game itself. We're not talking about a group of characters you're playing solo, but actually a group of people, friends of yours or at a local gaming community, a store, or online. They can continue on outside of that session. So this is nothing like mind bending. This is something that I'm wondering if others have tried, especially my fellow commenters. So when you're in a group play, and you're part of a maybe group of three or four, typical amount, and your character dies, and then you have to make a new one. Well, let's say that you've grown attached to that character. You're wondering what they would have turned out to be if if they lasted a few more sessions, or what have happened to them. Well, that's where solo play comes in. And I think game masters can do this too with NPCs that get killed off or they forget about, and they're like, whatever happened to that one NPC? Well, so when you're in a group play, your character dies off and you have to make a new one, but you have the old character sheet. Take that old character sheet, ignore the events that most likely led up to the character dying, like your group went into combat, but perhaps you originally wanted to stay out of it because you weren't fully healed or something. Well, that's where you can actually solo the group and focus on the character. The other players' characters become kind of hybrid NPCs. You can control them, but make them more like uh, minions or what do you companions, essentially retainers. So that we can focus on the one your character that died off, and you can basically take over the whole entire setting. Now, you might have to improvise because you don't know everything the game master has been doing behind the scenes, but you may know everything before that, especially if you're keeping notes, which we've talked about many, many times on the channel. So take that character sheet, continue the adventure in some other fashion. If you want, maybe change up the whole scenario, past couple sessions, maybe just erase it from your inventory, whatever you want to do. It's entirely up to you. But take that character and progress them further. So while your group session keeps going and going for, Energize Your Bunny, you can still play solo with that side character that died off, but you were just curious what would have happened to them if they would have made it to next level, if they would have become a king, become a true rogue, or would have started a family, etc. So again, that's one other excuse to play solo, is to take a character from existing game and group play that died off and proceed on with them while the group session continues as planned. Let me know if you guys have done that before, especially in solo play. Let's say you had an NPC on the side and they were very important to the story. You still had a main character, you still had player characters, depending on how many you were controlling. But you had an NPC on the side that you felt was very important and was just enough that you wanted to create your own one shot based on them. So kind of like a spin-off, like like TV show that has a spin-off series. Consider it like that. That is an additional excuse to play solo. There's so many reasons why you can play solo, and I believe those are two very useful ones. So like I said, let me know down below if you've tried that before, where maybe you were having a brain fart moment and you just weren't sure what to do next. Like, what can I do in my next solo campaign? I just don't know. And then you recall, oh yeah, there's that one character who was a barkeep at a tavern, but turned out he was secretly a double agent, or he was an adventure on the side at night. Like he was, by day he's a barkeep, but by night he's a thief. So again, you can solo play that kind of character. And also, a comment from a prior video suggested should continue this tradition of where you guys share your favorite solo RPG experiences. And they don't have to be too descriptive. They can be a paragraph at best if you want. But if you do post a moment from your prior exploits, as I always typically try my best to read through the comments and reply, I will pick one, a favorite, and share it at either the beginning or end of the following episode, just to show that you guys, just to show that you want to remember, keep track of your favorite moments. and that's why we all love playing RPGs solo. That's it for today. Please feel free to like, share, and comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.